Big Earth Gaming. What's up?
What's going on? What's happening?
Hello.
I had to sit here the first 15 minutes while you were gone and watch Travis smoke weed.
Nah, I know you're lying.
You know Travis smoke weed?
Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Oh, Jason running late.
He's a Bengals fan. That ought to make all the sense in the world.
Oh, so that's the reason. Okay.
That's it. Tom, what up, Tom? Tom, I'm gonna come see you soon. There's too many movies out I haven't seen. I'm damn sure trying to see Amsterdam.
Make sure all
Earl, you ought to be happy. At least one of them teams is doing that thing.
Hey, it's the one that everybody knows is gonna happen.
You
That
know.
other team that's 5 minutes away from me. I don't know what's going on with them.
Well, you knew what was going on with them when they made their nickname the Commanders.
Hey, my team won this week.
Who's your team? Who's
Go
your team? Does anybody know anybody online? Y'all know who Travis's team is? Anybody?
If they don't know, they're lying.
I'm trying to figure out who Travis's team is. If anybody knows, write it in the chat. Is he a Falcon fan? Is Travis a Falcon fan?
Falcons won, didn't
They did.
Oh, that's why Travis so happy. Okay, Travis.
I was at a conference last week. I was out of town.
What kind of conference were you at? For people that give tickets to people all day? That was you did? That was all? You know how they taught you how to write it in cursive?
Georgia Association of Code Enforcement.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. A bunch of haters.
Learned about sovereign citizens.
Mm-hmm. Bet you did. Bunch of bona fide haters. I hear you, Tom. Yeah, I know I need to always come when you there. I might just have to come holler at you tomorrow for a minute. Sit down and have one of my drinks that Jason and they're drinking the other night. Let me give him Jason my drink. Jason said getting the girls ready for bed, but he's trying to hurry up. So we'll get Jay on here in a little bit. Come on.
Once upon a time, there was a princess. It married a frog. The end. Go to bed.
Wow. Wow.
This is what the little one has to look forward to.
Is that how y'all do it, Travis? I mean, this is a lot of people come on here for a cultural experience.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Tom said he don't work Wednesday and Thursday, y'all. Me too. Thank you, Tom. I'm glad my voice is back too. So I need to lay into Travis tonight. So I'm glad my voice is back. Travis, who y'all playing this week?
The Bengals?
Yeah.
Thursday night football. We play the Dolphins.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's
Ooh.
right. They're gonna have the pearly whites.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and we got the rocking uniforms too. Our uniforms are sick.
Yeah, they make me kind of sick every time I see them too.
You walk right into that one.
I know I did, but it's okay.
I do like the all white helmets. I mean, the white and black helmets though. Those are cool. Those are clean.
I don't like nothing about them. Nothing.
Yeah, you're a hater.
I am. Of them, I am. No hesitation.
It's terrible.
I might can rock with Baltimore. Washington can't do shit for me. Not a damn thing. From the owner on down.
That's all right. Nobody can. That team is a lost cause.
All right, Travis, let's hit the music. Let's go. Jay be on here in a little bit.
Hold on. There's our uniforms.
Yeah, they all sick. They look like somebody. They look like prison uniform. Black and white stripe. Look at that. Yeah, straight out of prison. Look at that. That's prison uniform.
Those are super cool.
Of course they are, because it's your team. If it was somebody else's team, like, these things are sick. They're terrible.
No, I'd still
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
So terrible.
Play the clock. Oh, you already know what it is, man. Ooh and Jay, they coming through. Straight no chaser. Straight from the hip.
Straight from the hip, don't need no script, just need a microphone. My man Coach Boo gon' take you to the entertainment zone. They got the stats, the this and that to keep this show on point. And when we done, we have some fun and rock this funky joint. So if you will, sit back and chill, give us a chance to show ya. If one of y'all would like to call, we'll talk just like we know ya. We take control, then start the roll, and then there ain't no stopping. It's time to dip straight from the hip. Hey, yo, let's get it poppin'.
Hey, welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from the Imperial Palace on Black Mania. We have Mr. Irv Big Game. And what's up, Big Game, Irv? What's happening?
Not much going on this side of town.
Chocolate City. Something got to be coming. I mean, you got to give us the tea about Chocolate City, you know, when you come on. I mean, you just can't. I mean, it's always something happening in Washington, D.C.
All right, I gave you the top three things.
Come on.
The weather's changing, people are crazy, and they keep tearing down trees and building houses and ain't no room.
I hear you. Hell, that sounds like here. Everything you said going on there, going on here.
Yep.
So, Travis, what's going on?
Not much. Glad to be back.
How Purdue do this weekend? Purdue win?
They did. Purdue did
Purdue
win.
won. South Carolina won.
South Carolina won. Bengals won.
Bengals won. Wow. Great week for Travis. Life just can't be any better, can it, Travis?
All my fantasy teams lost, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, and your other team, South Carolina, got the hell beat out of them last week. I'm glad your ass wasn't on this show last week.
We don't talk about games that were over a week old, so
yeah, you
know.
You picked the right show to come back on. I'm telling you that right. Because good God Almighty, boy, you had an ass whipping last week. Purdue lost. South Carolina lost. Bengals lost. I mean, it was a good week for me. I was looking forward to seeing you last week. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well,
But I'm still looking forward to seeing you this week because it ain't too much better.
to be fair, I did say over a week before that I wasn't going to be on last week's show, so it had nothing to do with the outcome.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. That's a lie. You know your ass didn't come on here because you knew you was gonna take that ass whipping. It's cool though. It's cool. Guy Jason's supposed to be on here tonight too, so that'll be a little treat if we're able to get Jason on here. Let's go ahead and start talking about the NFL. 2022 season has begun. Absolute chaos. Upsets have become the expectation for just about every week. But is that good for the NFL? Travis, you think all this
is all these upset losses good for the NFL? Yes, because we have parity in the NFL. There is I believe one team that hasn't won a game yet this year in 3 weeks. So it does kind of show that a lot, all these teams are competitive and anything can happen. Now, the leaders of the pack, Kansas City and Green Bay and some of these teams that are typically really good are still really good, but they have had losses already. So, it does show parity, which is good for the NFL. Maybe we can get new blood in there.
It does show parity, huh? Okay, Irv, what do you think?
Man, the league is just worse all the way around. I don't know about this parity thing.
My man, come on, Irv.
You got 3 good teams, and everybody else is just beating up each other because they suck.
Come on, Irv.
I don't know I'm watching. Coach was bringing it up against the San Francisco 49er game the other day.
That
It had to be the worst game ever.
Dude.
That New York and Dallas game yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, Dallas won. I see you, Matthew. But that was garbage.
Yes.
What? I don't know what. If football is supposed to be amazing with this product that we have right now, I'm sorry.
Let me say this. I am beginning to think that there's a big conspiracy out there that black people look at football one way and white people look at another. Because Irv, I'm exactly with you. And I don't know, Travis. I wonder if they change out a lens or when you go buy a TV. I don't know what it is when they're doing all that stuff at the cash register. They might be programming your TV a certain way based on, because I'm with Irv. I don't think let's talk about the game last night. First of all, if you can't put up double figures by the third quarter, the score was like 6-6 when I turned that shit off. And I'm like, if you can't do no more than, if you can't bust double figures, both teams, by the third quarter, I am not spending my electrons on your damn Nielsen ratings. So I turned the damn channel. I turned to wrestling. And I never turned back. I never turned back. I'm telling you that right now. I saw about it the next day on ESPN. And so I don't give a damn how they won or who won or by how much. Dude, that was the boringest game. Sitting up there watching all them penalties and all those mistakes and all that. And then after I got done watching wrestling, instead of turning back to that, I put it on BET and watched it was a BET version of Barney. They called it Bernie.
No, you didn't.
They called it Bernie. What's wrong,
man? I didn't think anybody still watched BET.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I'm just telling you, I would have watched anything other than that damn game. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because that game was terrible. I don't see how anybody could have enjoyed that game. I saw fans up in the stands like, "What is this?" Like Earl said, the product right now that the NFL is putting out, and I get it. I get it. Hey, Miss Peavy, I get it. And I understand that people are going to start juicing back up as the season goes. And it's almost like now they say, man, we got 17 games. I mean, ain't no need in going out there selling out this early and then running out of gas and all that other stuff. So we're just going to kind of start slow and build up. You know, they talk about all these jokers. Half of them don't come to damn preseason and playing preseason games and all that other stuff. Joe Burrow taking big hits about that, about not being there, and he's not ready yet. And, you know, these first few games, he's treating them like preseason games. Guys, I mean, it's a terrible product that they have out there now. All the penalties, all the busts. I mean, look at the quarterback. I mean, I've never seen quarterbacks throw behind receivers like they are now. I'm talking about like 3 yards behind the receiver. A guy got a pick the other day because the quarterback missed somebody by like 3 yards. That ball was behind the guy. The guy from Dallas picked the ball off. It's just a bad product right now. And I think it's terrible, and I think it's terrible quality. And I know I'm different. I can't watch that. I can't watch football like that. I can't watch games with all those penalties and all these stupid mistakes where you know, it's trash football. And I know, and I tell people this all the time, it doesn't matter. Like right now, Arizona State is playing Utah on a Tuesday night on TV. And I guarantee a lot of people tuned in like me because I'm on ESPN and you're watching it because football is the thing. I mean, it doesn't matter what you put up football. That's why bowl games love the whole bowl game thing. They'll take two teams, no matter what teams they are. Don't matter. Don't matter if you're playing in the Uncle Henry Corn Cob Bowl. It don't matter. It don't matter what name the bowl is. Don't matter what cause it's serving. You know, as long as it's football, put it on. Put it on. What did Congress say during COVID? Put some football on. We need football back. Please let us have football back. I mean, Dr. Fauci, what do we have to do to get football back? Don't have nobody in the stadium. Okay, that's fine. We don't need nobody in the stadium. Let's just get football back. And I mean, it's crazy.
Hey, there were 8 games within 6 points. The final score was 6 points. That's a one-score game for 8 games this past weekend. And
so that's a good thing. You know, one of them scores was 11-10. Who wants to see I can go to the damn Little League field and watch 6- and 7-year-olds score like that. I mean,
yeah.
What the hell am I doing going to watch damn professional people with the same damn score? Are you kidding me?
But
11-10?
I got a stat for you, Travis. Justin Fields has 23 completions in 3 games.
Oh, I'm not a Justin Fields. I've been on the show saying Justin Fields is trash. So I know he stinks.
But I'm saying
he had 7 completions during an entire game on Sunday. He's terrible.
Some of that's not Justin Fields' fault.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing you gotta look at too. You know why? Because you got some sorry-ass receivers out there falling down in their route, getting pushed, ain't getting open. I mean, hell, half the time he getting sacked and running the ball. Because jokers ain't out there getting open.
His line was 8 for 17 on 106 yards.
We can't name 2 guys that he throws the football to.
I can.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I know, because you sitting there looking at it. We see.
No, I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it.
Okay, who is it?
Daryl Mooney.
Oh, yeah.
Who's
hurt? Daryl Mooney. Oh, yeah.
Who's hurt?
He's the man. Oh, yeah, Daryl Mooney. Oh, man. Yeah, he was all pro. Who the hell is Daryl Mooney?
Isn't he out for the season?
I mean, is that the Uber driver for the team?
Cole Kmet.
Hey, you hit
St. Brown, the younger brother, the older brother of St. Brown, Equanimous St. Brown plays for the Bears.
Hey, Coach, you hear the clicking in the background, right? He's going up and down the roster.
He clicked the hell out of that.
No, I'm checking the baseball score. Come on.
You said that man's name was Equanimous?
Equanimous.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a household name right there. Equanimous Brown. I know you've heard Equanimous Brown. Have you?
Oh, hold on.
I heard his brother's name up in Detroit.
Just so you know, Daryl Mooney did play on Sunday. I just looked that up.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't even know if his ass played or not, let alone knowing who he is. That's what
I
I'm
even
saying.
said his name. Come on.
And you wanna tag that to Justin Fields not being good?
He's not good.
Okay. Well, I know Joe Burrow's been knocking him down. I can tell you that he been great.
Davis Mills, the quarterback on the other side of that sideline, got more completions than Justin Fields has this season.
Exactly.
Okay, and that's exactly. And Davis Mills is not that great of a quarterback, so that tells me Justin Fields stinks.
Wow.
You're making my point for me.
I don't know how you deduce the things that you deduce. And for you saying there's parity in the league, just remember those words when we see how they wind up. When we see how the records wind up with everybody. I want you to remember that. Because you said that there's parity in the league now.
Okay.
Richard said Minnesota is he just said the answer is Minnesota. I don't know why. What's Fields receiving? You saying he went to Ohio State, Matt?
Cooper Rush stinks too.
Miss Peavy said grade Cooper Rush for her, Travis.
Cooper Rush is okay.
Is he better than Justin Fields?
Yes.
You know.
Next topic.
Cooper Rush better than Justin Fields. How come Cooper Rush is a backup?
Man, they treat this man like he's the next Romo.
He probably is. He
the
probably is.
Quarterback for Dallas right now is better than both of them. So.
He probably. Travis, look at the supporting cast that man has. I mean, he throwing balls to jokers out there, catching them one-handed. I mean, they ain't catching them two-handed for the damn Chicago Bears. I mean, I just don't see how your logic even lets words like that come out of your mouth. I mean, that man has nobody helping him. I grade Cooper Rush for you, Miss Peavy. And I'm going to let Irv do it first. Irv, grade Cooper Rush.
Lifetime backup.
I agree. I'm going to say this, Miss Peavy. I'm going to give him a real grade, though. I mean, even though he's playing well, he could never be more than a C+ for me. I mean, with C+, he topped out at C+. And so right now, I'm just going to give him probably a C- because like I said, a lot of things that are happening because he got a grown-ass man over there playing defense that's limiting the other teams how long they have the ball and their success and their ability to score. Because of that number 11 is mighty special. And I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I was kind of like, you know me, it takes me a long time for somebody to sell me on how good somebody is. That joker done sold me about how good he is. Because that's just a grown-ass man right there. Michael Parsons is a grown man.
Yep.
And I could easily see him being the MVP of this league. I mean, everybody's likening him to Lawrence Taylor. He's different from Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor never been that strong and that physical like this joker is. Lawrence Taylor was finesse. You know, he would use that speed and quickness and all that. This man here is a grown-ass man. I can tell you that right now. We lost Herb, looks like, Travis.
Yeah, he's vanished off the screen.
But like I said, Miss Peavy, I would give him a C- right now. And when he showed me that he can consistently throw the ball downfield and make some long throws and something like that, I'll arch him up a little bit. But you know, he's been throwing little nickels and dimes here. I don't think I've seen a ball over about CD Lamb dropped one last night. There would have been over 20 yards, but I hadn't really seen him do anything over 20 yards. So no, I can't give him no more than a C+. Just by virtue that he is a backup quarterback, he gonna be a C+. Be topped out at a C+. I'd love to hear some of you other guys on here, Matt, Richard Hood. I'd love to hear what y'all rate Rush, now what his grade would be. But like I said, Miss Peavy, I would give him a C+. Right now. I mean, even though he's playing well, he could never be more than a C+. All right. That being said and done, Travis, go ahead and give me a rundown on some games. I know we want to talk about your game first. We can talk about your game first. Go ahead.
I'll start with the Thursday night game, like I always do.
Okay.
Browns beat the Steelers. Anything? I don't think Pittsburgh's very good, so I wasn't very surprised. I got anybody?
Neither one of them teams very good. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this could be Mike Tomlin's first year where he doesn't make the playoff.
I agree, or
And,
at least have a winning record.
And,
Yeah.
Exactly, and maybe he won't get to 500 because of the 17th game. He might be 8-9.
No, they tied. Remember?
Oh, my bad. That's right.
But their
he
schedule
might
is
be
still,
8-1, but that still ain't 500.
their schedule is still too weak. They'll get over 500, which is tragic. But yeah, they might have to start throwing Kenny Pickett to the fire because Trubisky ain't it.
Yeah, I think they need.
Yeah, I don't know why they're waiting. I mean, with me, stop losing with him and go ahead and try the other kid anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
It just proves my point that the hype that he had was garbage.
Yeah, because if he was that good, he'd be playing right now. So
I agree.
True.
All right, come on.
Tennessee beats the Raiders. Raiders are winless and made the playoffs last year. So I think that they could be in some serious trouble. They may be the worst team in the West.
I don't think that. I think that brighter days are coming. I mean, they do have a decent quarterback. Devontae Smith is over there with him. Not Devontae Smith. You know what I'm talking about. The guy that left Aaron.
Yep.
Yeah. He's over there with him. I think they're going to turn that thing around. I really do. Josh McDaniels is a very good offensive mind. I'm not sold on him being a head coach just yet, but I think that they're going to have the juice to be able to turn that thing around in Oakland or in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Raiders. That's just blasphemy.
And I think
I'm out to say Las Vegas Raiders, and that's some shit. That's terrible.
And their defense had too much shuffling last year, man. So it's a completely different defense, and they'll be all right.
I think so too. Who's next, Travis?
Colts probably with the upset of the week over the Chiefs.
Go ahead. I'm letting Irv take his shot at it.
It was the upset of the week, and it was just because Kansas City lost it, not because the Colts won it.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when Travis talking all this stuff about parity and all that other stuff, just like you said, it's teams out there just not playing well, and it's teams out there bored like, man, I can't believe they're making us play these jokers. And then they wind up losing to them because they didn't take them seriously from the beginning. And I mean, and I think that's what you're seeing more of that. So what do you think, Travis?
Yeah, that was definitely the upset of the week. I'm a little surprised with the lack of production that Jonathan Taylor's had the first 3 weeks. I don't think he's hit over 100 yards in the first 3 weeks. So for and I know we're not a fantasy show, but everyone's number one pick for fantasy and the best running back in the league, he's had a rough first 3 weeks. So I'd like to see kind of what's going on with him and see if he can get it together.
Ain't nothing wrong with him. It's that great, amazing offensive line you guys kept talking about that I kept saying was overrated. But anyway.
Who? For
the Colts?
Dude, I hate the Colts. I know I ain't saying nothing about the Colts offensive line being great. I can't stand them. I've never been a Colts fan ever. Even back when they were winning, back in the 60s and stuff. I didn't like them then. I ain't no Colts fan. I didn't know that. Travis, you said they got a good line?
They were supposed to have a pretty good line. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have amazing running backs that make your offensive line look better than what they actually are.
Thank you. That's what I was getting ready to say because it don't take long.
It's
all y'all got to do is put a hat on a hat.
Because when you think about it,
good running back, he don't need but that long.
Yep. It's only a couple teams you could think about in history that actually had great offensive lines. The Cowboys in the 90s, the Redskins in the early 90s when they had that counter. That's pretty much it. You can't really think of it.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you because, like I said, a lot of times, like Marcus Allen, he never ran behind a real good offensive line when he was with the Raiders. That joke hit that hole so fast. All you got to do is put a hat on a hat, occupy that man for that long, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Walter Payton ran a bunch of sweeps to get away from that offensive line.
Gail Sayers used to have that commercial said, an inch and a half for daylight is all I need. That's it. Inch and a half. And I'm out. So I agree. What else, Travis? What's the next one?
The Dolphins, undefeated, beat the Bills.
Let's go on ahead.
Do we think that the Dolphins are going to get in trouble with this whole concussion thing with Tua, or is this going to kind of get blown over?
It's going to get blown over. Ain't nobody going to do nothing about that. I mean,
so they actually said it was a back injury.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're saying his back is hurt, and he might not play this week because his back is hurt.
Well, you have a Thursday night game, so it's going to be.
You ever injured your low back? You know what he's talking about.
Yeah, they
did injure your low back for an athlete. I mean, he said he can't even stand up straight to throw the ball at this time. The thing I saw.
Yeah, they said they did extensive on the concussion, and they said he passed the concussion exam within the first 5 seconds. So it wasn't even a conversation.
It's his low back, and that hurts like hell. So, but Irv, are the Dolphins for real?
We'll see when Teddy gets in the game, but the Dolphins' offense is just too explosive right now.
I obviously, when you got Tariq Hill, I mean, guys, y'all got to understand. I mean, unless you really know this game, you just don't realize how when you have somebody like Tua who can extend plays and somebody like Tyreek who can just run away from everybody. I mean, when it's hard for somebody to guard a receiver in NFL for 4 seconds. When you say 2 more seconds on top of that, say it's only 6 seconds. That 2 seconds is an eternity for a defensive back. I mean, when you were trying to hang with somebody who's world class like that, speed and everything, and just got that wiggle and the jitterbug and all that in him, dude, nobody can cover that for 6 seconds. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It can't happen.
Well, the other, with Waddle on the other side is a big mismatch too, right?
I agree.
If you're gonna double team Tyreek, which a lot of teams have done over the last few years, you're leaving Waddle one-on-one, and he is maybe not just as fast as Tyreek Hill, but pretty darn close, right? Like he's this far away from Tyreek Hill in speed too. So yeah, that's a pretty dynamic combination of speed between those two guys.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with right there. I'm telling you that right now.
How many 3-step drop go routes do you have on your playbook?
I hear you. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, that's all it takes. I mean, especially for Tua, you take 3 steps and just throw it as far as you can.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. And then he'll go get it. Put a little air up underneath it. So, I don't know if I'm ready to buy into them being for real though.
I'm not either.
Later on in the season, they have to play Buffalo, or they have to play Kansas City, or they have to play maybe even Cincinnati at that point. I don't know if they can do it.
They play Cincinnati this Thursday, just the Thursday night football.
Yeah, but I mean, like we just said, Tua probably won't be playing.
I know.
It's too early. That's what I'm saying. I would never start screaming parity at this point because it's only been, what are we, week 3?
Week 3.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's too early to be screaming parity now. Get the midseason, and then let's see where everybody is and see if we want to talk about parity in the league. I think that by midseason, the pretenders will start falling off. The Minnesotas and some of these other jokes everybody thinks the Miamis maybe. Let's see if they're still real around midseason, and then we'll go from there.
And Buffalo got 3 big injuries on their defense right now.
You see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the bottom line is it's a lot of other things going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, I still think Buffalo's the best team in the NFL right now. So
I probably would say that too at this point. I mean, I don't I know it dang sure ain't Miami. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick go with Miami either.
Y'all might hate my choice, and I definitely hate it.
Well, next game, and you brought it up, Coach. Vikings over the Lions. you know, they had to pull a squeaker out to beat the Lions. So, Coach, you may be right. They may not be. The Vikings may not be for real.
Richard said Minnesota is the best. Richard, I mean, whatever it is you drinking, save me some of that.
Listen,
If you talking about Minnesota's the best what?
I just can't with Kirk Cousins. When that's your quarterback, that's
the crazy thing is the Lions is a laughing stock, but doesn't it seem like every single game they play is decided by a touchdown or less? Ever since Dan Campbell became the head coach,
I know it's almost like somebody just playing a practical joke on him.
They just got to figure what if they figure it out. Detroit could be a problem, but they're just not there.
Yeah.
Y'all somebody called the authority. Richard said Minnesota's about to be bombed or something. Is that what you said? They're about to be bombed? Hey, it's Joe Madden. Hey, Miss Joe Madden. Guys, it is Joe Madden all the way from Canada. She has a show where she does all the betting stuff and looking at the odds and who's going to win and do this and that and other in the NFL. It is good to have you, Joe Madden. It is good to see you. Long time no see. Joe, we're running down the NFL right now. And as you can see, Richard Hood says that Minnesota is his team. Joe, what are Minnesota's odds on winning the Super Bowl so Richard can put some money? So, I'm sorry. So Richard can waste some money on that. Yeah. A W is a W, Travis. A dub is a dub.
All you got to do is win. Just win, baby.
Yeah, Richard. I mean, anybody who beats the Lions, I mean, that gets a big who cares for me. I mean, as long as they got that hillbilly as their head coach, I'm not. They are not. I don't even want to discuss them. Move on to the next one.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about anymore on this show.
Ravens beat the Patriots, and Mac Jones may look like he may be out for a few weeks, but Lamar's doing work right now.
That might be the best thing to happen to the Patriots is have Mac Jones out for a week. I mean, I would rather see the backup, see what he's got, than have Mac.
Brian Hoyer?
Yeah, Brian Hoyer.
I know, but you know what? If you remember, I'm the one who did not want to see Mac Jones drafted by the 49ers.
Yeah.
When they were getting ready to draft him, I was getting ready to leave these jokers. I was like, if the 49ers draft Mac Jones, I'm done. I'm getting a new team. I don't want Mac Jones. I don't want Mac Jones. I don't think there's no way Mac Jones is gonna take anybody to the Super Bowl. I don't care if Bill Belichick is his head coach. He's not gonna take anybody to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's not gonna happen. Imagine Cousins in the Super Bowl. That's funny, Joe Madden. Joe Madden said, no way in the hell Kirk Cousins going to the Super Bowl. I'm with you on that, Joe. That's insane, Rich. I don't know. Richard, what are you drinking over there? You got some of that moonshine? No, I'm being serious. Richard does drink moonshine now. And he's been over to North Carolina. He went to his in-laws over in North Carolina. I know they gave him some moonshine. And I know you got some, Richard, because you might be drinking it tonight. High ankle sprain.
High ankle sprain. They're saying he could be out for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. Dude, they said sometime.
That corn liquor, yeah.
I told you, Richard on that stuff, boy. He talking about the purple people leaders gonna be to do the new team to watch. Dude, they're terrible.
They call corn liquor in North Carolina liquid drugs. I just said no.
Dude, I'm telling you now. Richard only brings back a lot. He's always offering it to me. You know, I don't drink that. I ain't drinking nothing that they say make you blind, and I need my eyes. I can't be drinking none of that herb. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, look at Travis. Travis look like he has some. Travis, you had some. I know.
The ad says just say no.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
We got a few we'll run down real quick. Bengals beat the Jets. Eagles beat the Commanders. Sorry, Irv. And the Panthers beat the Saints. Why don't we just kind of do those three in a grouping?
Panthers beat the who?
the Saints.
That was a shocker to me. Everybody's been talking all this stuff, and I kind of got on the hype train. I'll admit that. I got on the hype train for the Saints. Bradley Roby, my boy, and he plays for them and all that other stuff. But the Saints ain't doing it. Of course I doubted them because of Jameis. And Jameis is going to be Jameis. And you know how many other people have said that now? Look when they played Tampa Bay the other day. What's the name got on there, the linebacker? He said, we knew at some point Jameis was going to be Jameis. He's going to give the ball up to us. So that's why we were just patient and we're just waiting for it to happen because we knew it was going to happen. And Jameis is being Jameis. But, reports were that Jameis had turned the corner and he done this and done that. Oh, what's the problem then, Wayne? Wayne Ellison said Winston ain't the problem. Well, what is the problem? Tell me that. Yeah, I can't wait to get the 411 on that. I did see Alvin Kamara cough up one the other day, and I don't know if Kamara is being Kamara this year, but I can't wait for you to tell me what is the problem because if Jameis ain't the problem, he's still a problem. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah, what's his stats so far on the year? Travis, find that out for me. What Jameis doing so far this year?
It's a normal Jameis stat.
858 yards, 858 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions.
There you go. That's Jameis being Jameis. Interceptions and touchdowns even with each other. He's 30-30. 30. That's how you get to 30-30. Right now it's 5-4. And then by the end of the year, it'll be 30-30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we talked about the Saints before the season, and I was not high on them, and there were some people that were. I just didn't see it, and Jameis is, he's like Cousins to me. I don't think you can win with him, consistently. So,
well, Wayne's saying that he doesn't have much time. So Wayne's saying his offensive line has issues. But you know what? Everybody's offensive line has issues.
Welcome to the
NFL. In the NFL, dude, when you see these assassins they got out there now on that edge, they invented a position in the NFL for people who pass rush like that. They call it edge. They don't call it defensive end anymore. They call it edge. That's it. And they are certified killers out there on that edge. Michael Parsons could be an edge, or sometimes they use him for an edge. And I saw him knock a 340-something pound man on his behind yesterday in that game. I'm talking about just shoved him and knocked him flat to the ground and ran on to get the quarterback.
Well, one team that's got a big offensive line problem and doesn't know how to block the edge is the Washington Commanders, who gave up 9 sacks to the Eagles.
Look, let me say something.
But wait a minute, wait. How do you stay a fan? Seriously. I know you live there, and I know it's like right down the street.
Hold on.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Right. Let me explain, okay?
How do you explain? Explain that to me. I don't get it.
We will remain Redskin fans.
Cut that
this
zero.
Team that's on the field right now is not the Washington Redskins.
Okay? Cut that zero.
The thing that frustrates me with this team so much is they'll have one quarter where they'll play like they've never played the game of football in their life. If they just cut out that one quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles did absolutely nothing yesterday.
Mm-hmm. They did something. They won the game.
They did.
24-8.
I have nothing to say. Let us get healthy, which won't happen because there's too many people out. And we're still going to lose.
24-8.
But they scored 24 in one quarter.
When you got the owner that you have and your team performs like you have, like it is, you know what that tells me? There is a God. That's all. That's all I can tell you.
First of all, something shady when he
that's all.
It's something shady when he made his wife majority owner with 51%.
Dude, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you got somebody scheming, ain't no good gonna come to that. Ain't no good gonna come to it. Look at all those years they were talking about the Yankees and Steinbrenner and this and that and all that and the curse of the Bambino and all, you got all the Chicago Cubs got their curse of this and that. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit to that. I mean, look at the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, good God Almighty. I mean, when is anything ever gonna be good in Cincinnati?
Defending AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh my God! I mean, they're terrible. They're terrible. Did they win the Super Bowl?
They did not, but 30 other teams did not win the Super Bowl either. So
there we go. There we go. So you just like them other 30 teams.
Real quick, I'll just mention the Bengals. We don't have to spend a lot of time, obviously.
Oh, now give yourself the camera on the Bengals, though.
What?
Give yourself the camera on the Bengals talk.
Because the Bengals ain't that good either. I mean,
the Bengals. Hey, we won. We finally won a game.
What was the score?
Hurrah for us! The score was 27-12. So we beat them pretty decisively, and we beat the Jets. The Jets.
Yeah, you decisively beat the Jets.
Hey, a win is a win is a win.
I know.
And
there we go.
won, and I'm happy. And we play Miami on Thursday. We can move on.
There we go. A win is a win. A win is a win. That's loser talk for, hey, we barely beat somebody. Hey, we just happy we won.
You know another team that lost was the Chargers, who got destroyed by the Jaguars.
Yeah,
the team that y'all laughed that I picked number 2 in the South.
You know why? I will. You were correct. The Jaguars are a lot better than what I thought, and the Chargers are as bad as what I thought they were going to be. Because remember,
I ain't gonna give them that. I'm gonna give again. It's still early. I'm not giving the Jags all that yet. I mean, dude, it's 3 games. They played 3 games in a 17-game season. I ain't giving them shit. I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, man, you have no idea what's getting ready to happen. And then the thing about it is, when you start that fast like that, and then you trying to maintain that, a lot of times that's harder than just being terrible. So I'm telling you, it's hard. I mean, when you start getting that reputation and building that expectation and everything, dude, it's hard to win. It's a lot harder. So I ain't giving them a damn thing. I'm telling you that right now. Meet me at mid-season. Right now, what are the Jags? 3-0?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1. Their asses could be 2-6 by mid-season.
Hey, but who did that loss come to?
I mean, I love Trevor Lawrence. Like I said, I coached
the Commanders.
I love Trevor Lawrence. I coached him and everything, but I'm not ready to sell that thing out yet and say, oh yeah, the Jags, this their season. Season for what? No, hell no.
Well, it's not their season, but they're going to be number 2 in the AFC South. The AFC South is garbage.
Boo is the 49er, Richard. You right. And I talk about my team worse than all the teams. Wait till we get on the 49ers here in a minute. I got a lot to say.
We're getting there. We're trying to roll on.
Yeah.
The Rams beat the sorry Cardinals. They are trash, the Cardinals. They are so bad.
Well, as long as they got Chucky running around back there with the football, they feel like they got a chance. Because, again, when you got D-Hop, who's not playing right now because he's suspended, but normally when you have D-Hop, he's a lot like different in a different way. He's like Tyreek Hill. If you can extend the play like little Chucky can do,
right?
Then you can get him the ball. But until they get D-Hop back, it's going to be hard for them to win. I'm just telling you that right now.
And every other wide receiver that they have is injured right now. Rondell Moore, AJ Green, both injured. Yeah. It's like I get it.
Only thing I'll say is that it couldn't happen to a nicer quarterback. I love him. I can't stand that little joker. I mean, he makes me sick every time I look at him. He acts like he is King Daddy. I mean, he acts like he is the one. And I can't stand that from anybody in the league, anybody. I was so happy to see Michael Parsons' interview last night and how humble he is. I hope he stays that way. Because in this game, if you ain't humble, it'll humble you. I'm going to tell you that. Your time is coming where you're going to be humble.
Mm-hmm. Just ask Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, exactly. Ask little Chucky, little Kyler Murray. Ask him how fun it is right now. He look like he is disgusted every time he comes off the field. And he always yelling at somebody and fussing at somebody like it ain't his fault.
Mhm.
Like none of this is your fault. So ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Nope.
Okay. The Atlanta Falcons pick up their first win of the season against the Seattle Seahawks.
Coach, we just talked about this a few games ago.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. What you say?
What parody when these quarterbacks are starting Mariota and Geno Smith?
And Geno Smith, trash can quarterbacks. Both of them got trash can quarterbacks. If the NFL was what it should be, both of these jokers would be in the trash can somewhere. I mean, wouldn't nobody be calling their phone? Wouldn't nobody be blowing them up, trying to get them to come be their quarterback? That's amazing to me that people even watch a game like that. I turned over to that raggedy shit. I think I might have been on there for 30 seconds, and I was like, oh no, I will not give this any credence whatsoever. I saw that damn wide receiver still back there running the ball for Atlanta. I mean, get a real damn running back. How about that? I mean, dude, it's crazy. And then if I was that guy, I would make them do me the same way Debo tried to make them do. Like, if I'm gonna be playing all these damn positions, then I need a mega contract. I need to be able to make at least $200 million like the rest of these jokers, these damn quarterbacks. When you're shortening my career by having me take damn hits from defensive linemen as a damn wide receiver. Well, how is a defensive lineman supposed to be involved with tackling me and I'm a damn wide receiver? Because you got me in this damn backfield carrying the ball.
Hey, whatever does the team good, right, Coach?
Crazy.
This might be the first year the NFL might adjust the primetime games earlier than normal because of how bad these games are.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, what they need to do is they need to not put out a schedule and just find the hotter teams that are playing and then put that out. When you say, like, for instance, we already know that this week, Bradley and them are playing, I think, the Minnesota Vikings in London. And it's going to be on TV like at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. I mean, and we already know Bradley and them suck right now. And then you got to watch them play the Vikings. And everybody, well, the Vikings, like Richard drinking the Kool-Aid, ain't really Kool-Aid, it's something else. But, I mean, the bottom line is that, I mean, nobody want to see that. Nobody want to watch that damn game at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be training kids, thank God, so I don't have to watch it. I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, I think the NFL should leave just like blank. And then just like when you know, like last night, that Dallas ain't no damn team. And then the Giants ain't been a team since damn Lawrence Taylor left there. So, I mean, why is that a primetime game? I mean, that's crazy to me that you would put those two teams on and this is the only damn game we can watch. I mean, put them on when I got like 6 games to watch to choose from. But you put them on when that's the only damn game to watch. Man, that's crazy.
Okay, real quick, because we got college and NBA to get to. The Packers sneak by the Bucks, and the Broncos really sneak by the 49ers in what was a trash bag game. Anybody got anything on either one of those?
I'm not for it. I'm telling you, I don't call myself a fanatic like you guys do. I'm a 49er follower more so than I am anything.
Supporter. How about that? Supporter.
I'll say I'm a supporter because I'm supporting the regime. I'm supporting, the all of the people that came before these Nimrods and idiots out there who are just damn embarrassing the brand. Anybody who thinks Jimmy G is going to take you to a Super Bowl is a fool. I mean, we're a fool for having him back there right now and believing in him when you couldn't give his ass away. I mean, we put his ass on the market. We were like, anybody just give us a 7th round pick and you could have him. And they were like, nope. I mean, at what point does the light bulb go off and you realize you got a piece of hot trash? I mean, I don't get it. And everybody was so relieved. Oh, boy, we so lucky we got Jimmy G back. And now Trey's hurt. And we got to have him, man. Insanity to me. Insanity. And you can see the frustration on every receiver on that team's face when they're wide open. That Joe can't get them the ball. I mean, look at how many throws he missed the other day. There were no less than 8 throws that should have been completed passes that he jacked up. No less than 8. Probably more like 12. And I mean, it's just sad. It's sad to me.
You got anything else?
Nah.
Okay. NCAA, real quick. Georgia Tech fires their head football coach. Thoughts and prediction on who, if we think we know who's going to be the next head coach. Go, coach.
Well, first of all, I don't think you should fire somebody until you got somebody else in mind. So there was a big story about Deion Sanders coming. I laughed at that. And the way in the hell Deion Sanders is going to leave what he's built down there where he is and come up here for some damn Georgia Tech where you got all these high and mighty, highfalutin, whatever people. That ain't going to happen.
But
the bottom line is
Falcons and the Braves.
Don't matter. I could see Deion going I can see him going to Florida State. If Florida State would offer him, I think he might consider that because, he's got big love for Florida State. But Deion ain't trying to come. Why would he want to be involved with Georgia Tech? I mean, just because of Atlanta? No, if they offered him to be the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, maybe. But not Georgia Tech. If they have him to be head coach at Georgia State, maybe. But he don't want to have nothing to do with Georgia Tech. And I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't believe the alumni would welcome him anyway as being the head coach. I think they would have got a lot of flack about that too, because that's a big difference in a lot of things as far as the way they believe and the way they think and all that and what he represents. I don't think it'd be a good match at all. But I have no idea who they're bringing in.
And I think Deion really wants to make HBCU football higher than what it is right now. And I don't think he's going to leave until that happens.
I do too.
And when that does happen, which might be another 5 years, and if Florida State would have picked up the phone and called, I think he'd go. I think he'd go to Florida State.
Now you're starting to see a lot of NFL caliber coaches going to these HBCUs now.
I agree totally. Yep. So, I mean, it's happening, and it happened. Deion is the one who's making it happen. And, he just got Travis Hunter down there and all that. He ain't about to leave him and go no doggone Georgia Tech. So, but I don't know who they're going to get. But I didn't like the guy. I didn't like that guy that was there.
Okay. I'll throw out 2 names. One, David Shaw, the Stanford guy.
He ain't coming there.
That's interesting. I don't know about that one.
He apparently is probably going to be fired from Stanford. So Stanford, Georgia Tech, kind of similar. 2, the guy from Coastal Carolina, it's one state away.
Yeah.
I can see that one.
I think that's eventually who they get. Maybe not the Coastal Carolina guy, but a guy, and I think that's who they should get.
Yeah.
Kind of a younger guy who's had success in the lower division, group of 5. And it's kind of broken through, and give him a shot at a Power 5 school. I think that's who I think they should go after. Maybe not the Coastal guy, but a guy like that.
If they fire David Shaw out there too, I would question that too, especially if they're going to fire him during the season, because you don't know that there's a big difference when you fire somebody during the season,
Absolutely.
And it also sends a message to the next coach. A lot of coaches are like, I ain't gonna go coach with them. They fire you in the middle of the season. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing when you fire somebody at the end of the year and it's like, okay, you at least gave me a chance to finish out the year and this and that. But here I am sitting up here trying to feed my family and all this other stuff and all that. And in the middle of the damn season, you gonna fire me like they did Herb the other day.
And the athletic director.
That was terrible.
And the athletic director got
fired. That's what I'm saying. That's terrible.
I hate how they did Herb, man.
Real quick, that's all I want to do with college. What could be the biggest story in sports this past week? Irv, the Celtics head coach. I don't know how to say his name. There you go.
It made me
suspended for a year for inappropriate violations of a team employee.
More than that. They said he had multiple violations. That was just one of them.
Yeah. The crazy thing is all the people who have all the information are not giving the information because from what they're putting out, he should have been fired.
Okay.
The crazy thing is you don't suspend somebody for a year and bring them back in the organization for that type of misconduct, like period.
I agree. It's
What
something else going on.
Do it again.
I thought it was weird that he was suspended and not fired, especially for a year. I thought that was weird.
And I heard it was a high official's wife he was messing with.
I heard that too.
So like it's a lot of things that's coming out. There's different stories here and there, but I mean, until you get the 100% full thing, this one year suspension is like just a throwaway. And then the person who replaces him had a sexual misconduct, I think, while he was in college in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's my thing too, Herb. If it's somebody's wife, they're like, one of the vice president's wife or whatever it's supposed to be, how do you come back from that?
Right.
I mean, is that guy still going to be around? Is she going to still be around? I mean, how do they make all this okay? I mean, why not just go ahead and get rid of him and fire him? Because how do you fix that? Oh, okay, this is what we're going to do from now on when we have when we win the championship and stuff. Y'all got to go in a separate room. So you have to take your wife and be in a separate room because we don't want them to get close to each other. I mean, how do you fix that?
You don't.
That's insane to me.
That's why I had a laugh when they said suspended for a year. I was like,
Now obviously the Celtics are one of the top teams in the NBA, definitely in the East. Did they not make the NBA championship last year? Is that correct?
They made the championship last year.
How do you think, if at anything, does this affect them as a team? A month left till the season starts. Do you think this kind of has an effect on the team in general?
No, the team as a whole, they got a little bit better with a couple pieces that they picked up. It all just depends on the coaching. Like, is he going to coach the exact same way? Is he going to let the team be the team? Are these crazy things just going to look over top of them for the whole season? Because it could easily be a team that went to the finals last year to a team that's 7-8 seed like Brooklyn last year.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna disagree with her because I'm gonna say coaches are important. I mean, coaches are extremely important in every sport. I think a coach in basketball is 10 times more important than a coach in football. Because number one, you got fewer players to get the job done. Because, just like last night watching Dallas, I mean, at the end of the day, when you got Michael Parsons, he gonna fix a lot of shit. So I mean that's easy. In basketball, it's like I said, I mean, you can't win with one player. Michael Jordan couldn't win by himself. I don't care what they did. He had to have at least three, and then you had to have the genius of field and the triangle and all that other stuff to get that done. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like it is so important to have a coach who can say, listen, let's do this. I know we came into the game doing that. Making those adjustments and stuff that they do, dude, you got to have a good coach. And I mean, whatever, Ime Udoka, whatever his name is, he's proven he's that guy. I mean, he sold me on that. Because as talented as they were, I don't think that they were as talented as he made them look. I mean, he made them look like they were all superstars. And I'm telling you, they never looked like that before he coached them. I can tell you that much. But like I said, at the end of the day, that man was a genius. And I don't think you can replace that. And I mean, if you saw the way all those players were talking about it, I mean, you can tell they are feeling the loss already.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it is 9:02, and that's all I got.
Folks, it's time for us to get out of here. I know we spent a little more time on the NFL than we had really planned on, but that's Travis's fault. Irv, is it your fault? Yeah, it's Travis's fault. We got caught up talking about Cincinnati again. how
I
good
spent
they're going to
20
be.
seconds on Cincinnati.
How they're going to be in the Super Bowl this year. How Joe Burrow's going to bounce back. How Jamar Chase is going to win the Biletnikoff Award. All that stuff. Anyway, good night, Miss Peavy. Good night, everybody. We appreciate all y'all. Richard, Miss Peavy, Tom, Joe Madden. Thank you, Joe Madden, for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
I love me some Joe Madden. She's a sweet lady. But anyway, guys, we got to get out of here. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.
Damn, I wish Jason would have been on